Whoa. Salute, salute, salute to the peoples. What it do, what it do, what it do, man. It's been a couple of days since I tapped in on here, man. All right. Now, man, everybody see the title, man. And that's, man, that's a way of life for a bunch of people that I specifically know, as well as myself. Cause I'm willing to, I'm willing to crash out when it comes to respect, being respected, showing respect, and make sure all of that, those things are like reciprocated, you know? So it's like, man, I'm one of, I've always been that way. I'm one of them guys that, if you say something to me, more than like, more so than not, probably gonna ask you, what did you say again? Could you repeat yourself? And the reason for that is I always want to be 100% sure what you said to me. I always want to be totally in tune with word for word that you speak to me so I don't ever have no misconceptions, no assumptions, guessing that might be what he meant, et cetera, et cetera. So the problem with that is a lot of people don't feel as though they like or want to repeat themselves to people. Have you ever guessed that? Or ever realized that? For whatever reason that is. I guess that's, some people take it as you trying to check them or some shit, you know what I mean? Whatever. But I'm probably going to ask you, could you repeat yourself so I can make sure that the clarity is there? What you said to me is, I meant it. You meant to say that, and I totally grasped everything you said to me. So I don't ever want to be off on that level, you know, because you need to do the exact same thing when I rebuttal and give you how I feel as an answer. Because whatever I say to you, I damn sure mean it. I really mean it. You know what I'm saying? And that comes with a price to pay sometimes for the person delivering the message, and sometimes for the person receiving the message who ain't really paying no fucking attention to what you actually said to them. Feel me? Problem is a lot of people don't. That shit go over their head, but it really shouldn't, man. Cause man, I'm one of them. I'm one. Always give that respect to you first and foremost, in my opinion. Some people might not take it as as being respectful. I'd rather you tell me some shit and be 100% accurate, straightforward, straight to the point, no chase, no cut in it, than to try and bullshit me and blow smoke up my ass and then tell me, because I take it at it. I don't take it as bullshit. I take it as cold, as a fucking lie. That's what it really is. I'd rather you tell me the truth and I deal with that right off the muscle. Y'all hear what I said? You ain't got to like it. Your ass gotta respect it. It's just that simple. So it's like, man, ain't no reason to even, ain't no reason to BS nobody, especially me, because I'm one of them people, man. I take everything like, man, with a grain of fucking salt, man, for real, for real. Cause it's like, man, I don't, I don't take, I don't get emotional about a lot of shit unless it's, it's given to me in a, with malice intent. Like it's given to me with the energy. It's the energy, man. I have to repeat this. It's the energy that a person can give off that can set the tone on how this entire situation is going to go. Most times it's what you say, but a lot of times it's the energy that enters the room. Because when that certain energy comes in effect, you can feel it. I know at least I can, you know. So it's like, man, you got to be a straight shooter with me, and that's, man, I don't think nothing's wrong with that, but and I'm like that, and that has been problems for me over not a lot of times, but sometimes in my everyday walk of life. Because I'm straight to the chase. I always did that. Let me give you an example. Say let me do this. When I was younger, had a lady friend, and I pissed her the hell off. I pissed her off because I'm the type of motherfucker. I I don't feel nothing's wrong if I ask you a straight question, even if you feel like, damn, you should probably ask me that, but I have every right to ask you that. But the way I used to ask used to disturb or slash make them feel some kind of way. And I got a, like a twisted sense of humor, so certain shit is funny to me. So now, it, it was a particular time I felt as though uh, little broad I was dealing with, she might have went and did a little something. Feel me? Excuse my language, please. But I used to ask her, "Damn, man, did you get donkey dick last night?" And she was like, "What the fuck is that?" I said, "Donkey dick." That's when the motherfucker beat that motherfucker up, right? But I wasn't saying it with malice intent. Cause I always been one of them people that knows how to. I can separate the two. I can separate a fuck from love, and most people can't handle that or can't even think about trying to do that type of shit. But I'm like, man, when I said it to her, she was like, I'm assuming she thought I was tripping, but I wasn't tripping. And the way I explained it to her was like, it's not a problem if you got donkey dick, as long as you don't trip, and you have to understand, I can go do some donkey decking with no fucking words at all after the fact. And I meant that though. It sounded funny as I was saying it, but I really fucking meant it. Some people can't take it. Straight shoot. You know what I mean? Man, I'm a straight shot. Shit, I'm for real. Shit, I ain't, man, sometimes you might need just a little different taste. You might want to try something different. You know what I mean? A little different. Just say you love saltine crackers, right? You might be a saltine cracker lover like myself, but every now and then, you might want to slide a box of fucking Ritz in your cart, right? Same thing. All the same rules apply. You know, as long as you can be honest with yourself and be honest with whoever the fuck you're dealing with, expect be alright if you, as long as it's fair exchange, it's never a fucking robbery where I come from. You feel me? So that's how my sick way of thinking or twisted way of thinking, that's how I look at shit. And I think that rubbed the young lady kind of wrong when I did that, but I don't feel as though I got to lie. I'd rather you tell me straight up, man, that's just me though. So it's like, man, I always just stood on that, man, because you ain't got to, just don't, I'd rather you tell me some shit you think might hurt my goddamn feelings as opposed to you looking at me and shooting the bullshit and playing me like I'm a damn dummy. Cause ain't nothing, I'm a lot of shit, but dummy ain't one of them. Feel me? So it's like, man, I stand on that and I really mean shit like that. Cause respect, man, respect. I've had to, I've had even a couple times to tell my wife, explaining things to her how my turkey ways is. You can do all the cooking, all the cleaning, all the laundry, everything in the household, which my wife does. But I throw all of that shit away to make sure I'm respected by you at all times. That's how I think. Period. There's no exceptions to that. And I will not accept anything other than that because I cook for my fucking self. I do my own laundry and I clean this whole fucking crib up myself. And I can go get some ass any fucking where if I chose to. So none of that really, it all matters and I appreciate it all. But that don't, that's not heavy and respecting at all times to me, you know? So and everybody can't handle that type of mentality that a person gives. And it's like, man, I'm coming with no cut, no chaser, no bending, no exceptions to those rules. That's my way of man, my way of thinking, man. Because I crash the hell out. I don't know how to play fight. It's either we cool as hell or I'm all the way up the top. It's up, and that's ain't no in between in the middle. So and respect shows respect or non-respect don't show which one of them we gonna have up in this room today. Feel me? That's just being real. And a lot of people's not prepared or willing to stand on having that mentality and dealing with it for the good and the bad when you represent that shit. Cause I definitely do, but I'm a respectable dude to everybody. So I'd be damned if you give me anything other than that. So, so it's not a lot to ask for, but a lot of people make it a little heavier than it have to be, which makes them need to look in the goddamn mirror, not me. Feel me? Excuse me, man. But all of that respect falls around, man. I grew up on, I had to tell one of my buddies that we were just talking in a general conversation. I don't like liars and thieves, man. And I don't steal, yo, and I hate the thought of a motherfucker even assuming or thinking I take your shit before I steal something from you. I'm not sneaky. I don't know how to be a sneaky dude. I'm a direct forward dude. So the reason for that is probably 1989, 1990. My old wrestling coach, excuse me, I had told him that I had left home so early at 14. I just left, so I'm really out there fending for myself without actually communicating that to a lot of people. And at Cooper Park where we used to wrestle at, he also sold candy, snowball shit like that, chips and everything. And he would tell us, go on and serve them. And this one particular day, I was hungry as fuck, and I took $10 out of there. Listen to what I'm telling you. Went to the snack shop on 154. I got me a pizza puff, order fries, and a grape soda. When I turned around, Marty was handing me the food. Quint was standing right there looking at me, and he was distraught, heartbroken for the thought that I took something from him, and I didn't have to take it. He'd have gave that shit to me, and it crushed me. It crushed him, and that made me fall back for a lot of years, man, because I was hella embarrassed. And my feelings were hurt. And let me explain who Quint was. Quint Troy Harrell, he was the head wrestling coach at Cooper, but Quint Troy would take all the so-called troubled boys, the boys that had no father figures, and Quint would take us camping, fishing, road trips, and just man, we stay over. He'd keep us for a whole summer type shit. You know what I mean? But he would always take us fishing, and we used to catch stripy bass like crazy. He said, I supply the breakfast, but you little buckers might to catch y'all lunch and y'all dinner. So we eat fish all summer. Mind you, we wrestle too. So fish actually kept us in shape as kids. So Quint really, he was a major figure in a lot of our lives. And for me to have hurt that man, that shit crushed me. And from that point on, I never showed nothing fucking else from that day on. Because I would made that gentleman feel who actually had a real big impact on my life still to this day. And it took me years down the line before I was able to go as a man and face him face to face and apologize slash explain. And man, that because man, that messed me up, but that taught me respect factor, never stealing nobody's shit. I take your shit before I steal your shit. Sneaky like. I'm not a sneaky dude. You understand what I'm saying? So, but that, that's just giving you a instance of how this shit would go. I ain't for the steal shit, but I take your shit right out your fucking pocket while you looking at me. If I chose to do anything, it ain't gonna be stealing though. That's my point, you know. And man, that incident right there is the reason. What I might have been 14 or 15, man, but that shit hit me in the gut. That's how I saw that made that man feel from that coming from me, because he never would have expected that from me. But I was a young kid going through some shit, pretty much homeless, living in a bando by choice, and never told anybody. Pride, and at least that's what I thought it was. It just, man, took him because I was starving that day. I was hungry as hell. And if I told that man I was hungry, he'd have took me to all you can fucking eat and stuff me beyond full. You feel me? But when you're young and dumb, rash decisions can, man, make rash decisions. Real for real, man. So it's like that all comes down to this respect thing for me. It's like certain things I will kill for, and I'm willing to die behind, and I mean that shit, because I'm gonna stand on that, and I'm gonna always give you the utmost. So I refuse to have you even take a inkling of that utmost coming my way away from me, you know. And I, man, and I'm I'm stubbornly stuck on that shit sometimes. But wifey gets on me like I need to reel it in some. But man, shit, I'm damn near 50. Can't teach your old dog new tricks, but you can teach his ass how to get around that game. You you really can, man. So man, it's just, man, just some shit to put on the brains, man. 'Cause people don't understand directness all the time. You know, sometimes you can be too direct to a person, but they think you're trying to really bullshit it, because it ain't no cut, no chase. You know what I mean? Everybody can't just accept a straightforward answer or a straightforward question and then give a straightforward answer and reply to it, you know? But I can. You know what I mean? If don't ask me. If you ask, don't want to know. Don't want to know, better shut the hell up. And you ask me, I'm gonna tell you about it. I don't think you ask me how old girl look over there. She fat as hell. Yeah, I donkey dick the shit out of her. Shit, don't ask then, right? Excuse me, language, people. But man, just a couple pointers, man, to put up on that, man. So man, hope everybody having a good one, man. Nice weekend, enjoyable. Just had some shit on the brain these last couple of days, been yeah, had some flashbacks, couple flashbacks, had reminders. Sometimes you gotta give niggas reminders. By their choice, though. You feel me, man? So I hope everybody having a good one, man. Just wanted to tap in with the people for a second. You dig? Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, Chicago's finest, baby. You ain't got to respect it. Your ass ain't gonna disrespect it. Holla back at you, boy. We out.